as an email marketer. So we're going to talk about some ways that from an email perspective, you can impact churn. One is leveraging your support team. So our support teams often do this thing of, hey, we've got a ticket in our queue, and they usually have some kind of SLA, some kind of amount of time that everyone has determined is an appropriate amount of time in which it takes to respond to a ticket. So they will go and respond to tickets, get it closed, get it onto the next one. There's usually a queue. People are waiting, and we want to have good response times from a customer support perspective. What can happen is that the actual experience the customer has can get lost in that. Yes, you're answering their question, but are you serving them down the line? That's the question we need to ask. So if you, as the email marketer, go to your CS team and you say, you say, hey, on your support tickets, I would love to understand the tags that you are giving to all of your tickets that come through, because there are probably efforts that you can make from an email perspective that go along with those tags. So an example would be if you have a customer. So we sell baby formula. So I'm going to say we have customers who come in and they'll say, hey, do you have my baby has tons of allergies, and there's often like brands make allergy formula. Do you have an allergy version of your formula? Well, we don't right now. And so our support team could say like, hey, we don't, and we'll put that request in for you. And they can do that. They can give that reply. And then the next step of that is that they actually tag that ticket as product request allergy. Then when we do down the line produce an allergy formula, then we can go to those customers who had that tag and we can send them an email. So this is an email that I actually got from when I was consulting, where we were working with a client of ours who was switching ESPs. And at the time we looked at a bunch of different options, and they had expressed interest in Customer IO as a solution at one time. Customer IO tracked that the client of mine really wanted a visual workflow builder. And it sounds like a lot of people wanted this visual workflow builder, and the product team decided to build it. And so my client got an email that while we were going through this ESP sourcing process that said, hey, we want to address the question that you had of this visual workflow builder. We heard your feedback. It actually says feedback heard, not just from you all, but a lot of people we've been excited to work with where this has been a desire. And this email included, it's a screenshot, but this is actually a GIF of the new product in action. So this kind of email can only happen when you have that kind of tagging system from your CS team. You can do it for product releases. You can do it for new pages on the website, information that you want to provide. If you as an email marketer work closely with your CS team, you could really make an impact by being able to say, hey, we can now send a campaign out to all those customers who requested that particular feature or information and have an impact on winning back those customers. I can tell you from my experience with this client that they actually did end up going back to Customer IO as their ESP because of this email that happened at a very timely moment. Yours might not always be as timely for your customers who maybe have churned off or who have canceled or are less active with your product. If we don't have an allergy formula for a baby who has allergies, they can't use our formula. And maybe by the time we develop an allergy formula, that baby has aged out of needing formula. That's quite likely for us. For software or another product, if somebody wants a red shirt and you only sell blue and green, and then you make a red shirt and you email all the people who wanted red shirts, then it's likely that they'll grab your red shirt. You don't kind of really run out of a period of time in which you use red shirts. So All that to say, work closely with your CS team to actually build that relationship between what your customers want and are asking for, and then what you deliver from an email perspective. So here's another example. Just being really personal in that. So the the customer support experience is one that is very personal. It's usually text based. It's very like one to one. And you should, when you're reflecting that experience back in your email marketing, you want to create emails that actually feel that way too. So it's a personal response. It's written in a text based way, even just the very casual subject line. There's lots of ways that you can approach this relationship, but continuing that one-to-one feeling through email is really crucial in extending